Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your February 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. Remember, please do check out the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you additional information or clarify some of the messages that come through in this very general sun sign reading. Of course, if you have specific issues that you need guidance on or would like to discuss, please contact me for a private session. I do these on Skype. It's $65 for a 30-minute session. So drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment. It can take me a few days to get back to you. Please do be patient. I have quite a wait list right now, actually. Also wanted to mention, as I did in the yearly overview videos, I'm going to be offering a rune class. This is going to be February 23rd through April 3rd. It's $185. This is a 6-week course. And I already have quite a bit of interest in this, so it's very possible that by the time I upload these videos, those spots will be filled. I am limiting this to 26 people because that's a number that I can handle and still, live the rest of my life and balance everything. So, of course, please do go ahead and contact me if you're interested. If all goes well, I will be offering these throughout the year, so I can always put you on the list for the next class, which will probably be available in the summertime. So let's jump in without further ado, Gemini, and see what February holds for you guys and gals. Let's see what they want to tell you. And they want to tell you a lot. All right. And I have pre-shuffled the tarot as I always do because casting the runes takes me a minute and that helps me save time. Let's see what they have to add here. Well, February, a lot of you very simply in the most mundane sense may be moving in February or changing jobs because both of these runes symbolize travel or a big shift or a change. And it can also symbolize a lot of communication back and forth. So, and this may happen mid-month to the end of February. So if at the first bit, this is your focus and it's coming up in the challenge position. So if the first bit of February, if you're waiting to hear back from someone, if you're really wanting to move forward with something, moving or changing jobs or, moving travel, a trip that you're planning, Mercury's retrograde until February 11th. But after that, you should start to see things start clearing up. It may not happen overnight, whatever does. But, if there's frustrations at the beginning of the month, just know those will most likely clear up at the end of the month. So just kind of go with it, roll with it. Don't frustrate yourself by trying to push through delays in the first part of the month. You'll just keep hitting. It's not like you can't get anything accomplished, but you may find that, it's, 2 steps back for every 1 step forward. But for a lot of you, there may be something going on with the Knight of Rods. Now, this is normally a fire sign. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or somebody with those traits, can also be a female, as I always state. These energies can, because they're for so many people, can always run both genders, but this would be somebody with fire sign attributes, even if they're not a fire sign, or maybe their rising sign. Because he's coming up as a Knight of Rods, this may be somebody younger than you. This may be your child. This may be a younger sibling. This is the person that may be moving. Maybe you're helping them move, or maybe they want to move back in with you and you don't know. You don't know if that's a good idea. This is normally, though, somebody who is, late teens, early 20s, or somebody that you view as younger. And maybe you'll always view them as younger. It's especially kind of the way we are with our children or younger siblings, My younger sister and my younger brother will always be, I always view them as my kid brother, my kid sister, even when we're in our 80s, probably. God help me if I live that long, but yeah. So this may be somebody close to you who's looking to make a big shift or a change, or maybe they want to move or move in with you or want you to move in with them, and you don't know if that's a good idea. This could also be somebody inviting you to work on a project. Maybe they want to represent you. I'm seeing social media connected to this guy or gal for a lot of you. And fire signs can be really great at getting the word out. They're very passionate about what they do. So this may be somebody looking to help publicize your event, your project, your business, maybe work for you on social media. You get the word out on Twitter and Facebook and all of that sort of thing about your business, about your company, or your service that you provide, for those of you who are self-employed or who run a business. So this could be somebody who could help you in an advertising capacity. He is coming up in the upright. He's coming up in the challenge position, but maybe it's because you're not sure if that's the way you want to go with things. It's not sure if it's something you want to do, whatever he represents. It's just, you're a little unsure about it. And whatever it is, he wants to move ahead rather quickly. This is somebody with the Knight of Rods is impetuous. He jumps right into things. Doesn't spend a lot of time thinking things through. Now, sometimes this is awesome. There's no great reward without great risk a lot of times, but sometimes it's to his detriment. So, maybe this is just somebody that you feel is rushing into something too fast, rushing into a move, rushing into, maybe they're taking a trip that you're not sure about. Also, for some of you, maybe this is somebody who's talking to you about joining the military. So maybe this is a child of yours that wants to go into the military, and you're like, oh God, you'll be stationed so far away, and I'm scared for you. I will never know what's going on with you and where they're going to send you. And so this may be concerning you. But I mean, this is this person's decision. So, you can do your best to offer advice, but this person may be very determined to do whatever they're going to do come hell or high water. And that may be why this is a challenge for you in February, Gemini, is that, you just see somebody kind of rushing into something that is, they made the decision too quickly, or they don't have all the information and you're trying to talk them into slowing down. Now, for some of you, this could be someone trying to talk you into doing that. You don't move, don't take that job. Somebody may be offering you that advice, or find out more information. And these runes definitely say that you can move forward, Gemini, if it's you, but only after you have all the information. So if you don't have all that at the beginning of February due to that Mercury retrograde, and if wires are getting crossed, or you don't have everything you need to make a decision, just wait a little bit longer, because I do think that will come through mid-month to the end of the month. But for a lot of you, this will have something to do with a financial offer. So there may be a job. Maybe you interviewed in January, or maybe you are looking to switch jobs in February, and you're still kind of waiting to hear back. Some of you may find that something that you were really excited about, as far as on the career front or how you're making your money, somebody wasn't maybe being completely honest with you, or you find out something that it's not what it was cracked up to be. There may have been some illusion around. Because now we have the Knight of Cups coming up in the reverse. Knight of Cups is normally a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. In the reverse, it's somebody who can be a little sparse on details. They can, play their cards very close to their chest. In the reverse, they can be outright deceitful or emotionally manipulative. And maybe this is somebody that you work with, Gemini. He's again coming up as a Knight. So it's somebody who is younger, or immature. Somebody you view as immature. This may be somebody who's always, it's always the other person's fault. They may always be the victim. They may use their age, because age is coming up as such a factor here. They may use their age as an excuse. Oh, well, I'm young and inexperienced. I didn't know. Or I'm new. Maybe they're just new at the job or in the position, and you're working with this person, and they're very disappointing. They don't, kind of lazy as well. The Knight of Cups can be, especially about communication. So, and when you're working on a team or working on a project together, that's very important. And for some of you, this may be again your child. These guys it could be two sides to the same kid here. Maybe they're a fire sign with water sign rising, or vice versa. But maybe they have a job offer and they don't take it, and you're trying to kind of maybe push them out of the nest. And you're like, no, why did you not take that job? You're not going to start at the top. Younger people these days feel entitled. There's a sense of entitlement that that some of them are, I have noticed in the past, 5, 6 years or so. There's a sense of entitlement that they should be able to start at the top. And no, you're going to bust your ass to get there. And you're going to sacrifice a lot to get there. Welcome to the real world. So, I mean, you may have somebody in your life who is just like, well, they wouldn't let me start at the top, so I didn't take the offer, even though it was maybe exactly in line with what they wanted to do, or maybe the money was good. So there's a disappointment around someone here, Gemini, in February regarding financial things, or them, you know, moving too quickly, rejecting something too quickly, or making a decision that is very serious and you don't agree with the decision they made. You know, this happens a lot. We seldom agree with actually the decisions that other people make. Sometimes, especially younger people or people we're responsible for, particularly children. So, and this may be an issue that crops up between you and this person a lot. You just don't see the world in the same way. Now, some of you, I mean, if you are offered a position that is viable financially, but is not in line with what you want to be doing, you know, if you've just come out of a job or you're leaving a job that is not emotionally fulfilling, or you just feel like drudgery, don't take a job doing the same thing and expect like it's going to change your world. It's going to be the same stuff, but different looking walls. Maybe. They're probably going to be beige. Or you're probably going to be in a gray cubicle. You know, it's not going to be any different. It'll just be the same job, different environment, different rules per organization. Money isn't everything. Yes, it's important, but you're going to be living your life to the fullest if you're making money doing, you know, using your skills and using what you're good at. And if you don't know what that is, Gemini, use 2015 to figure out what it is you really want to do. Take classes, build up your education so that you're prepared. Take courses or get certifications that are going to be on the road to what you want to do if you're not already doing that. Help that's going to be available to you in February comes up as the Queen of Rods. Again, a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. She's presenting as a queen, so this is going to be a more mature woman. For some of you, this may be you, especially if your rising sign is a fire sign, or if you have a lot of planets and fire signs. But this person's coming up as a help to you, and she may point out the truth in a way that's disruptive. But it's going to help you. It may seem disruptive in the moment in February, but it's going to end up being a help to you. Okay? I do think for those of you who have felt that you were opposed by a group of people, or that, you know, if there has been a feminine energy, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. When I say feminine energy, there are feminine spirits and male bodies as well. So yeah, I mean, if there's been a feminine energy that has been causing disruption, causing arguments among the family, or maybe this is a friend or a coworker, this person is going to be found out in some way. Okay, so if she's been presenting herself as a Queen of Rods in the upright, when really she's a Queen of Rods in the reverse, which is a drama queen, you know, somebody who is, she stirs up trouble and then just kind of watches. She'll stir up trouble. She's very much the one who plays devil's advocate a lot, just to watch people kind of argue among themselves and to take the focus off of her. And it's always someone else's fault. She has a lot in common with the Knight of Cups in reverse. She can play the victim card a lot. But I feel like the help that's going to be available is either this woman or you, if it's your fire sign, because she is coming up in the upright. Either this is how she wants people to perceive her, or this is how she really is. There's something about her with truth and the essence of truth. So if this is somebody who's been hiding the truth, pretending that they're a decent person when really they are not, this is going to come out in February. And it's coming up as a help to you. Or if this is someone you know, or maybe you are the one bringing the truth to light. Again, if you have a lot of fire energy in your chart, you are going to kind of tell a group or tell some family members, you know, the truth of the situation, and you're not going to mince words. Because there's a lot, I have a lot of fire runes here associated with this Queen of Rods as well. So, I mean, there's going to be some disruption going on, but it's good disruption. It's necessary disruption. It's coming up as help to you. And for a lot of you, I think this is going on outside of you. It's just going to be the truth being revealed about a difficult person. And whereas people maybe before were believing this person, they're not going to be. February is the start of a clean slate here. And then as far as what can't be changed about February, again, we've got a fire sign, this time coming up in reverse. King of Rods in reverse. Again, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries man. He's coming up as a mature man, but in the reverse, he has a lot in common with Queen of Rods in reverse, in that he's really, really great at starting things, but not so good at finishing them. Very similar to the Knight of Rods in that he can rush in where fools fear to tread. Doesn't have a lot of patience, this guy. But what can't be changed is that I feel like patience in regards to this person is going to pay off for you. They don't have all the information yet regarding a certain situation. And maybe you've been patient, and maybe February is the month that, you know, you start to see things breaking loose here. You start to see things coming to fruition, your patience being rewarded. And, you know, for a lot of you that will happen. But for those of you that, you know, maybe this disruption happens in February, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But February is the start of it, regardless. Not all of you will see the actual culmination or the actual resolution regarding whatever this situation is, regarding somebody who made a bad decision or wants to make a bad decision or is rushing into something, or that you feel is rushing into something. Your patience will be rewarded in this. And it's not going to stay the way that it has been or the way that it is. Gemini, I feel like that's very important for you to know. There's someone, and if this is you, I mean, you're going to get the answers you need to make an informed decision. And if you're rushing into something, if you rush into a decision too quickly, Gemini, again, if this is you, for most of you, these are presenting as other people, but I always have to mention it because there are so many of you watching. If this is you that's rushed into something, it won't work. Very simply because it's not the place for you. It's not the right thing for you to be doing. It's not where you belong. So you will see the reasons for it almost immediately. Things will be enlightened because this is the rune. Degez is the rune of enlightenment. It is the rune of everything finally being clear. But it's slow. It doesn't happen overnight. So it just kind of depends on where you are in the journey, and you're all different because, again, there are a lot of you. And these energies, you know, there are themes that are all signs will have in common. You're all dealing with the same themes, but you're dealing with them at different times. So that may be where a private reading would be helpful for you. So, but whoever this is on this, who's made this bad decision or who's rushing into making a decision, this is the failure is imminent. It's just not going to work out because it's not the right road. It's not the right decision. It's not the right person. It's not the right relationship. It's not the right job. And unfortunately for this person, yes, there's going to be some disappointment. There's going to be some crying over spilt milk. There's going to be some, oh, poor me. But the thing is that, you know, with the 5 of Cups, you still have 2 left. There's still something left, but you're not looking at it. Normally, these 2 cups are the lessons that you learned from these 3 being knocked over with the 5 of Cups. That's how I've always seen that card. And so knowing that, Gemini, maybe you can help this person and just be like, look, whatever didn't work out, that wasn't for you. That person wasn't right for you. You know, that job wasn't right for you. Or the military wasn't right for you, or whatever it is. Because again, it'll be different for everybody. But, and for you guys, you know, well, that wasn't right then. And I'm disappointed that it wasn't right, but I've still got this, or I've still got, you know, these people who love me, or, yeah, maybe this relationship didn't work out, but I still have my family, or I still have my friends, or I still have my business. You know, there's always blessings. We all go through dark times, but there's always blessings in that, Gemini. So yeah, February, not the lightest of months but those squares that we were dealing with last year are kind of, they're dissipating. There's one more in this spring, and, you guys had a really awesome ride while everybody was dealing with those. Everybody else was like, oh my gosh, all of this hard stuff, and Gemini was just sitting high, sitting pretty. And now I feel like you guys are kind of going through your share of that. So, but I think for a lot of you, the worst is behind you. It's just that somebody else, and this is similar for Aquarius, somebody else may be going through a lesson and you're just kind of being dragged along. And we all get dragged along because we're learning a lesson as well. But the main crux of the lesson seems to be, for the most part, for someone else, unless you have heavy fire energy. Because I do feel like a lot of the fire signs are dealing, because they're coming up as dealing with, learning patience and not rushing into things until you have all the information. So I do hope that was helpful, Gemini, for February. Good luck with all of that, and I'll see you back here in March.